Hey guys, what's up? My name is Ryan Owen and welcome to my week that was. This week's going to be a little different, you see. Instead of just tracking my week and showing you guys the exciting parts, I thought I'd try and conquer a small problem I've got going on at the moment. I've got the most things I've ever wanted to do, the most work I need to complete, and just the biggest goals I've ever wanted to achieve. And all of them are happening at once. And I'm slowly ticking away at all of them, but I feel like I'm just making no progress. I feel like I'm still just in the same place. So what I thought I would do this week, instead of just showing you the fun, exciting parts of my week, we'll bring it back and we'll make it a bit more realistic. And each day I'll focus on a specific task that has to be done in my life. That's routine. And at the end of the week, we'll bring all of those days together. Maybe we could go out on a map and see hour by hour where the structure of my life is, and then basically at the end of the day see if we can find more time or find ways to be more productive. Or it's not even this isn't even going to benefit you. This might be entertaining, and that's the whole point. But this whole video mainly is just for me. This is just for me to be able to look at my life and look at my schedule and just be able to take a step back from reality and living in it and look at it on a piece of paper and go, oh, I can see there I've got some spare time, or I should do that less or do that more. It's really just to get my head around it, but it might be interesting for you. So yeah, this should be interesting. Let's get into it. This is the week that was Monday, which starts every other day of the week at 5 a.m. That's the time I leave the house. It's usually pitch black like this to go to work. Work really isn't exciting or worth documenting. Just note, I drive this sick van around. Tuesday. Alright, so I've just finished work. Now, usually there's two scenarios here. I'll either bike into the office and go straight there, or, like we're doing today, I'll try and get some exercise in before the office. Usually I run or bike, but that's pretty boring to watch. So today, we're going for a short hike. Yeah, that's good luck. Haley's wearing sneaks. So this probably wasn't as grueling of exercise as it should have been, but it's probably more exciting than watching someone run for an hour. Haley likes it. Alright, so remember the other day when I finished work and I went straight for, it wasn't really exercise, but me and Haley went for that little hike. Yeah, that's not very often. Usually the plan goes work, office, and then exercise, which is what now is. So I've just got back from the office, now it's time to go for a run. Alright, at best that was probably a 20-minute run, but it hurt, so it was good. Alright, so I've finished work, I've just had a run, it's time to go to the office. Alright, so now we're at the office. Now the office is somewhere where I come pretty much every day after work. So now to work out where the office and Junior Films and YouTube and stuff fits in within my day-to-day life, that's where it gets complicated. But what this office entitles me to do is to focus and have a space divided to the sole purpose. But in order for me to make progress and achieve my goals, I need one other thing, which is time. On average, I get to the office between 2 and 3 and I leave by 6 or 7. But in order for me to keep on this 100% hustle, 100% hard work attitude, I also need to be on top of my health, which sort of takes priority, I'll admit. But it's not like I can't do these things at the same time, which is why I do the running and I do the exercise after work. But sometimes exercise and the office definitely clash. The office and everything else clashes. We'll put it on paper and we'll let's explain what the week looks like. Alright, so this is my week. As you can see, Monday through to Saturday, 5 a.m. through to 10 p.m. This big block here that's cut out, that's Monday to Friday, 5 till
around 1 or 2. So that is work, right? That time is already gone. So that leaves me with this. Around 2 till 10, Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday free to do everything that I need to do. The main ones being office, fitness, and having a social life. So the three main things that I really do in my time that's not work. Let's do fitness first. As already explained, fitness can be between like 30 minutes to an hour. So this is this chunk here. It probably doesn't look that big. That chunk is the difference from me getting to the office at 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. That means the rest of the day usually is the office. So that's from like, 2, 3 or 4 until about 6:30 when Haley finishes work. So that there usually is the office, right? That's only, once again, between like 2 and 3 or 4 hours. That's not a lot of time to do what I want to do. The main goal is basically every spare moment I have to be working on these 3 things here and not have to worry about this big chunk here. The moral of the story is I want to erase this chunk here because I need to get myself to the point where this is more important than this. We're at like 6 o'clock Monday to Friday, so this is when this cheeky part comes in here. Let me just write down what's going to happen in this time here. During that time I've got to have dinner, I've got to shower, I've got to do any household chores, spend time with the flatmates, and most importantly spend time with my girlfriend. Like if that's the time there of the day that I get to spend with my girlfriend. So all of that fills up this time here usually. So that's that time there done. Alright, so now we're into the weekend. So Saturday is basically the office day. Saturday is my ideal day of what I want my life to be. So I don't usually get up until about 7 or 8. Get up at 8, go for a run, have a shower, have a good breakfast, and then from around about 10 or 11, whatever time it is, until the end of the day, 5 or 6, that is spent at the office. This comes down to like social life or just hanging out with Haley, like actually getting quality time with my girlfriend. Now Sunday is usually a pretty chill day. Like I said, it's Haley's day off, it's my day off. We don't really get up to a lot. And so that brings up to another important point. Social life is a lot. Like social life is everything else I do apart from what I classify as work. To put it into perspective, social life covers everything from hanging out and getting to see my friends and of course my family. Social life also covers going out for dinner, like just obviously general social life, flying the drone, and then exercising longer than an hour. Every Sunday I usually play football as well, and I mean I didn't even put that in there. So like just to put into consideration, all of those things there have got to somehow find their way into this mess here that is my week. Alright, so there you go. That's like an insight to my life, I guess. And like, I'm not doing this to deter anyone from working hard or anyone to like think about what they do during the week. It means nothing. It's mainly just for me to actually like sit down and look at what I do all day, every day. And at the end of the day, is it helping me get to that end goal that I want? In this situation, the office is like an idea and it's a mindset. Like I can't, you don't want to watch me editing. Like, you don't want to sit here and watch me edit stuff. That's not the point. The office is like a gateway to the future. Well, that's the way I look at it anyway. But yeah, this spiel's gone on far too long.
My name's been Ryan Allen, and that was my week that was.